How's it going, YouTube? Chris here, my home theater. Got a brand new video for you this afternoon. I have been debating on this for a while, and I have decided to do a home theater tour. I don't see any of my equipment changing for a while as far as what's in my rack. I don't see any speakers changing other than the rear subwoofers for a very long time. So I'm just putting it off because I got a few little things that I wanted to try to get done, like my star ceiling, but it's not going to get done no time in the next 6 months because I have to crawl up in the attic and it's just absolutely too hot to do so. So without further ado, we're going to do a home theater tour. First one in the past few years. So I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, first and foremost, we want to start with my seating that I picked out. I picked out the Seatcraft Omega home theater recliners, and I have not been disappointed in this seating. It is very comfortable. It is not real leather, but you can't tell that it's not real leather. I mean, the look, feel, and definitely it hasn't wore any since I've had it. And I've had this since December last year, so still it's only been around 8 months, 7 or 8 months or so, but I am not disappointed. So let's look at the seating, and it definitely has all the controls. You can turn the lights on, cup holders, you can do the recline, the decline. It also has the powered headrest. And guys, this is good seating. It has storage, and it also has the table that you fit in. And it is just, to me, it's just as nice as what the Valencia is at a cheaper price. I think this retails for $19.99, and I think that is what I paid for it. I got some stuff in there, guys. I apologize. And I think that's what I paid for it. So the middle section, it lifts up. You have lights. Now, I wish they could have used LED lights, and you can turn them back and forth. And then the middle section folds down. You have another table, got cup holders. You also have a 120 volt, 110, whatever you want to call it, that you can turn it off and turn it on or whatever. And then you have 2 USBs, and then you have wireless charging, and it will charge through, at least it will on mine, through my phone case. So guys, very nice seat. I am not disappointed in it, and it's very well done seating. So if you like Valencia, I think you will like the Seatcraft also. I know Valencia is a higher name brand, but guys, this is a very good couch. This is what I chose, and I am not disappointed. So that is my seating. But guys, I want to talk about my screen. So now I had another screen in here before, and I had Silver Ticket products, and it was 128 inch, and it had the wide bezel. Now this is their newer line. I guess it's a newer line. It is a 7 series, I'm sorry, and it is the thin bezel. As you can see how thin the bezel is. I mean, that's it right there. I mean, it's like a 1/4 inch, a little over a quarter, less than 3/8. I mean, it is very, very, very thin. And it is an acoustic transparent screen, and it has the black fabric behind it. And as you can see, it definitely looks good with my 4K projector. Now, this also does the 3D. I guess it does the active and the non-active. I have active glasses, and I don't know what the gain is on this screen, but it is a very good screen, and it served me well. It does good. I have it on lift. I can lift it up, and we will lift it up because we're going to look at what's behind the screen here shortly. But I wanted to, my description of everything is in the description of everything that I have. And I think the model number is for this screen is in there also. But this is a 135 inch, and it fit in the same area as the 128 inch. So I gained 7 inches of viewing, and a little temperamental to put together, at least it was for me. But the screen is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. And wrinkles finally did eventually come out. I struggled to get them out. I don't know why, but Silver Ticket Products, 7 series, acoustic transparent screen, thin bezel, definitely a good screen. And you won't be disappointed if you purchase one. So next, guys, we're gonna look at these acoustic panels that I got. These are Tonin, I think I'm saying that right. I picked these up off Amazon, and people have commented that, hey, they look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Well, they do, and I'm sure that was purpose. I mean, I love the way he designed it with the stripes and stuff like that, and it's a very iconic look. So when I saw these on Amazon, I was looking at black. I wasn't necessarily looking for these, but when I saw these, to me, it was a no-brainer. I mean, of course, black probably would have been better. I mean, you can see them a little bit because of my screen, and I'm still going to do velvet. Just have not done it yet. I'm trying to figure some things out on how I want to do it, but you can see a little bit of the pattern in it, but I absolutely love the pattern, so I can deal with it. And I have a lot of these. Tried to do them where so I got 3 here and 2 here because the door's there. So then I got 2 there and 1 there. So that's kind of how it is. But these panels, they look good. They are very, very, very well made. They have an aluminum frame, and they have the bezel look on the side, and I really like how that looks. The fabric is very, 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 I mean, it seems like it's very good stuff. I mean, quality stuff. The print that they put on there, it looks very good. And I did a video on these. So the material that they use on the inside is it's reminiscent to me of what you would see on the bottom side of a box springs for your bed or something like that. But they are very, very nice, and I'm pleased with them, guys. So they're on Amazon, and I don't know, I can put a link in the description below. So that right now is my acoustic panels, and we can talk about the diffusers here. I bought these diffusers off Amazon, and honestly, I think they're more for looks than that they actually do anything. And who knows, down the road I may change these things out, but right now I think they look pretty cool. I had a lot more of these. I actually took them down when I had 4 more up, and I took them down when I put my end walls in, and I actually gave them to a good buddy of mine, Chris. If you watch this video, I hope you're making use out of those panels, man. And I may have you some more when you come back this way. But right now, that's my acoustic panels and my diffusers. Don't have any bass traps or anything yet, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But that is that. Okay, guys, so let's talk about my speakers. As from my last theater, I'm still running 3 RTIA9s, and I absolutely love these speakers. One day I may upgrade, but as of right now, these are definitely serving their purpose, and I really enjoy them. I also have a set in my living room set up that I'm not complete with. That's why I hadn't showed anything on that yet, but I will at some point. So at 3 RTIA9s, Now let's talk about the subwoofers. Now these are Chase Audio. They are what they call SS18.2. They're sealed, and there's two of them, and they are passive. They are not powered. I have a PV amp that I'll show you when I go to the rack. I have a PV amp on these, and the PV is pushing about 7,500 watts. So that is pushing these, and these bad boys do ring out now. I mean, they're no JTRs or anything like that, but you know, for what I've got in them and for how they perform in this little theater that I got, that I will cover the size of. I forgot to in the beginning, but we will cover that. They perform very well. And I've redone the inside of this since back. I had insulation in here. So these are the acoustic panels, the 2x4 acoustic panels that I made out of wood and covered them in fabric and have insulation in them. So I put those in there. I didn't throw them away. I think I did throw one away, but I did not throw these four away. And I'm glad I didn't, because they actually filled the space in rather well and looked pretty good. And then I had this, you know, foam stuff. So I packed the foam in there, and I was able to cut out for my lights, because I installed lights in here. Not that I have to get back here and work very often, but if I did, and I got my LED lights on now, but if I did, it would be dark because I got the screen lifted up. So I really wanted to be able to use my lights, so I redone the inside, and really, I think it sounds really good. It sounds just as good. I like to do a baffle wall. I guess that's what they call it, where you put it in there and you cut out and all of it's covered. I mean, I may do something like that, but I don't know if I'll do it right now. I may wait till I get some different speakers, something that which I mean, I has no plan in the near future to change. But if I ever do change, it's going to be something that I'm not changing again. So then I may do something like that, because I do love the way like the Cricks wall of sound looks. I mean, it's freaking amazing the way it looks, and I know it sounds good. And that's what you want. You want it to be walled up. So anyway, I like what I've done here. I think it looks pretty good. And then if you turn to, I mean, I got something playing on the projector, but if you turn the lights off and I didn't have the projector playing, it would look pretty good with the LED lights on. But and you can't really see the LED lights through the screen like I wish you could, because I have the black fabric on the back. I probably could do away with that, but it does add a little bit of contrast to the picture on the screen instead of just being the white. So I just chose to leave it. So that's under my screen. I guess we can just go ahead and talk about the other speakers now. These are my front wides. The front wides I'm not using right now. I have in walls to go here, and I just have not installed them, but this is where they'll be going. I got some things to figure out with that, but those I just got sitting there, but those will be in walls. So let's go back and talk about the in walls. These are the Polk Audio. I think they are called the 265 RT, and they have the magnetic frame. As you can see, it will grab the paint off your wall. But I absolutely did not know how I was going to like these in-wall speakers. And guys, I'm here to tell you, I absolutely love these in-wall speakers, and they sound amazing. I did not. Some people said, "Oh, if you go in-walls, you are downgrading. You downgrade." I did not downgrade when I went to my in-walls. They sound amazing, and I will have 6 once I install them up there, because I'm doing the same things back here that I'll be using the same ones up here that I am back here, but I got to get the angles right. So I'm not going to do anything until I get the angles right. So those are the 265 RT, if I'm not mistaken. And they blend perfectly with the because that's what they're made to do. They're made to blend with all the RTI series, and they blend really well. When that stuff pans from the front to the rear, it's amazing, and I really, really, really am pleased with the sound of it. So now we have our in-ceiling speakers, and the in-ceiling speakers, I have 6 of them, and all 6 of them are running. Now I have changed the layout, so I was using this one, and one all the way in the rear. It's hard to see because it's near the light right there. Okay, so when my friend Chris and his mom came over, we discussed it. And this sound, you could hear it, but it was getting lost into the front. So, and I covered this in another video, but I'll cover it again. So we went with these 3. And as you can see, the way I got them laid out, they're actually, it's even better, guys. And it has made a tremendous difference in the sound. So you got this one coming down this way, and this one coming straight down, pretty much on top of you, and this one firing back. And it's the angles, I mean, it's pretty much right the way it needs to be. And they're evenly spaced out. I mean, that's just the way I did it. So I have, these are the Polk Audio IC60, and they blend really well with what I have here. And I'm happy right now with my speaker setup. And I don't see any time in the near future of me changing any of these speakers. So last but not least, we talked about the Chase Audio 418s up front. So we're going to talk about the JBL 18s in the back. So these JBLs, I cannot remember I cannot remember the model numbers of these things, but they are Pro Audio 18s. They're Pro Audio. And I was apprehensive when the guy hit me up wanting to trade for the Klipsch 12s. But, you know, when somebody says, hey, I want to trade you some JBL Pro Audio speakers for your Klipsch 12-inch, I'm like, well, let me think about it for a second. I contacted my buddy David, and he said, man, you can jump on that. So I did, and I am not disappointed. These speakers can handle, I think, upwards around 3,000 watts a piece. I only have 900 watts of channel on it. I have my Suntron channel on it, amp on it, and it's 900 watts of channel and 8 ohms. And guys, if I add more speakers to it, I believe it'd blow my couch across the room. I mean, these things really put out, and they're not ultra low, but they get down there pretty good, and they blend really well with that, you know, with the Chase. And I'm trying to sell these because I do want to cut out basically what you see right there behind there, and I want to mount. Now, I'm not going to buy in-wall subwoofers. I'm going to buy some GSG boxes and put me, I think they're called the Smarties, whatever they are. It's the 18s, single and sealed. I think I'm going to do the sealed, and I'm going to put them in the wall, and I'm going to put grill cloth up. So all my speakers will be in the walls, and you won't see them other than, like, you know, the grills, of course. That's my plan. And like I said, I don't know when that's going to happen. I went from working 7 days a week to to working 40 hours and stuff like that. So my money's a little tight right now. So, but if I can sell these, absolutely, I'm going to be building, and I'll definitely want to do a video of that, the GSG 18s, and I'll mount them in the wall. These won't fit, guys. If I put them in the wall, there's still about a foot that'll hang out, or 6 inches or so that'll hang out in the wall. And I didn't want to do that. So that is my speakers, guys. And like, again, I'm very pleased with my speakers. So we'll be right back to talk about the rack. Guys, this is my rack. It is SYS Racks. And this is a 42U. I wanted a big rack, and guys, it is head and shoulders taller than me. I think this thing's around 79 inches tall or something like that. It's huge. And it has a digital display. It's got the fans and alarm and all that kind of stuff on it. It has fans in the top. I have them disconnected because it would pull the air. See, this is just a grill, and it has the same honeycomb grill stuff, no glass, as it does in the rear. Both doors are the same. It has locking doors. I don't lock them. I don't even close. I don't even keep this one closed. But that is the rack, and it is on caster wheels, and I can pull it out, guys. I was gonna pull it out, and I may pull it out, but I don't know that I will. I probably will, but that is the rack. And I guess while we're here, we will go ahead and talk about what I got in here. So here is my networking box that I got the stuff in the rack networked. I got some stuff in the house networked in my son's room. I'm going to do, I may do the living room, but you know, the Wi-Fi works pretty good, but my son wanted direct connection on his Xbox and on his computer. So I got that directed straight to his room, and I think, yeah, these are the two that goes to his room. And then this is the stuff in the rack here. So I bought the blanks, and it really finishes off the rack really good. So on this shelf, this is my NVIDIA Shield Pro. I have not talked about this, but I have the NVIDIA Shield Pro, and actually sitting on this back there is a 2 terabyte hard drive that has movies and demos and everything on it, and it's hooked in through the NVIDIA Shield, and I can run it through Plex. I'm still working on that. That's the reason why I hadn't done a video on this stuff, but I do have an NVIDIA Shield Pro, and I really like it so far. It's just different. So that's what that is. And this is my Apple TV. I think it's the 64 gig 4K. This is what I do the vast majority of my streaming on. I have done some tests with this compared to this. They both run really well. This to me is just easier to use, but this does do good. So that is my Apple TV. And this, I think you guys know what that is. That is my mini DSP 2x4 HD. That is what all my subs are hooked into. And there's my cable to hook up to the laptop when I get ready to do some changes and stuff. But that's what that is. And guys, the best 4K player on the market, in my opinion, Panasonic UB9000 THX certified Ultra 4K UHD. I mean, this is a phenomenal player. I've been wanting one since they came out, and just picked it up a couple months ago, however long it's been, and I am not disappointed. Very, very, very well built, very good player, has good picture quality, and I love it. This is my Harmony hub. Got my cable wrapped around it. There's a little problem with the input. I need to get a new cable, but that's my Harmony hub, and I've got another thing going up to the projector, the little infrared repeater, and I got one here for the Emotiva that we'll get to next. So I have the AC Infinity, it's the aircom. I think it's the T8. I can't remember. It's in the description below. But I've got 3 of these. Really, I kind of felt this thing getting a little warm in here, and like I say, I unhooked the fans. I just turned it off, and I just felt like it was better to put these in there. And they come on every now and then, but not a whole lot. So the rack does do pretty good. So this is the brains of the outfit. It is my XMC2. and a 16 channel processor. So it can do 9 point, I'm gonna say 6 because I got 6 subwoofers, but you know, honestly, it could do 9.2 or whatever. I didn't want to get into that. So I'm running it 7.6.6. Because I got 6 subwoofers. But it will run 9 channels. My front wides that I don't have hooked up, but it's a 16 channel processor, and I just absolutely love this processor. I had RMC1L's got some better upgrades and stuff, some DACs and other stuff. But I chose to go to XMC2 right now. I don't see me upgrading. The only upgrade I will be doing, hopefully, if I can get my money right, whenever they offer the upgrade for the internals to this, to get the DTSX Pro, the 2.1 HDMIs for the 8K, and all of that, I will be sending this off to get that upgrade done, hopefully. But right now, it's a good processor. They just come out with the new updates. I did a video on that. It's better. I mean, there was an improvement with the sound. I don't know what they did, but there was definitely an improvement with the sound. I hadn't had any really bugs. That popping sound is less, but still there. But I still, guys, I really, really, really like this processor. So that is the brains of the outfit here. And we'll come down. We have a PS5. Got this PS5, and I've probably played it 10 minutes since I got it. But I got it if I want to play it. Hopefully, I can get time to sit down and really enjoy playing video games. I've been watching movies, trying to do reviews. So I hadn't had a whole lot of time on playing games, but I do have it, and it's there when I get ready to play it. And then me and my buddy did a little horse trading, and he gave me the Panamax. I gave him my Monster. Panamax just matched everything, all the blue lights. I was really pleased with that, and it works good. Hadn't had any issues with it. So everything is run through this. I've actually got some other outlets in there to run lesser stuff, but all the main, everything's running through this one. And it also has the front, if I needed to plug something in, you know, here, and I guess I could charge. That's what it says, charge there. But yeah, Panamax, I think it's that's the model number. That does really good, guys. No issues. So then we come down, another AC Infinity fan sitting on the Outlaw, and it is the model 7000X. Thing's 130 watts a channel, and this is running all of my Atmos speakers, and it does a really good job running the Atmos. I tried it out on my bed layer speakers, and it just wasn't enough for the RTIA9s, because those monsters are power hungry, and at 130 watts it would not put out enough for that. So this is definitely going to stay on the Atmos for right now. I have no intentions of upgrading no time soon or at all. I mean, this is a tremendous amp. Sounds good. No issues, guys. And then here is the PV amp. This is the PV amp that I was telling you guys about, 7,500 watts. That's running the Chase Audio subs up front, and it does a good job. Hadn't had any issues with it. And me and my buddy did a little trade on for this. So he needed something I had, and I needed this, and we did a trade, and I'm very happy with it, guys. And I do like the blue lights. The blue lights, like I say, everything in here seems like I got blue lights, except AC Infinity fans. But so then we got another AC Infinity fan, and what is that up under it? It is the Monolith 7X, guys. This is a beast of an amp. This amp is 7 channels, 200 watts a channel, and I swear they underrated this amp, because I've got this running the bed layers, and this amp is pushing those RTIA9s like you've never heard them. Before, in my last theater, or my first theater, the one before this one, I had the Emotiva XPR2. I had 2 of those amps, and those amps weighed 100 pounds a piece. They were 600 watts a channel. Now those made those RTA9s really sing out, but that's to be expected with those amps. So I was not expecting this 200 watt channel amp to do that, and it did, and I'm amazed. This is a awesome amp, and I absolutely love it. I think it weighs around 94 pounds or something. It's heavy. So to get it in this rack, it took me, about pulled muscle on my back. But it's a very good, very, very, very good amp, and I am very, very pleased with that amp. So last but not least, we have the Suntron, and that's the Suntron. Never heard of this before, but when I bought those Chase Audio subs, this is the amp that came with it when I bought from the guy. And it's 900 watts a channel, and then if I bridge it's 2,000 watts. And guys, it's a pretty good amp. I tried to find another one because I wanted 2, and I wanted to bridge them because it's 2,000 watts. I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome, man, at 2,000 watts. But I have yet to find another one, and it's fine. But these are running. This is running the JBLs at 900 watts a channel, and it does a phenomenal job at only 900 watts on those Pro Audios 18s, and I'm real pleased, and I am not disappointed at all with that. So that is my equipment rack, and I don't think I missed anything in there. And we're going to talk about the projector because we're right here at it, but we can't get up there to it. But the projector is behind the wall, and there it is. It is the Epson 5040 UV. It is the 4K. It does the E shift, but it is 4K, and I think it does phenomenal for what it is, guys. And it has plenty of ventilation all up above it, behind it, beside it. But I also have some AC Infinity fans sitting up there. It's running right now, and it's pulling the air away. I've had 0 issues with ventilation. Once I got everything figured out, I've had 0 issues. So this projector works good. If I had one thing that I wanted to upgrade, it would be my projector. I really want a JVC, but that's next to impossible at the present time. Down the road, maybe in the future, way down the road, I might get to do it, but anytime soon, no, it's not going to happen. But as we can see, I showed it a while ago, but we'll look again. Guys, it does good, man. That thing has a beautiful picture. This is just something I pulled off of YouTube. It's supposed to be 4K Alaska. And guys, look at that. Look at that, man. I mean, it looks good. Movies look better, but this is just, that's just something I wanted to put on there. I won't get copyrighted on, I hope. And it's actually showing it, the color is more vibrant than what it actually is, but at least it's looking like that on the screen, on the screen that I'm looking at. But guys, that is that. And the only other 2 things that I can talk about as far as equipment goes is my remote, and there's my Logitech Harmony, and then I have an Echo Dot, and the Echo Dot, we won't talk to it because that controls everything. I can tell it to turn, I can tell it to turn everything on. I can tell it to turn everything off. Once I get my light switches put in that I haven't, my Wi-Fi light switches, I can control that. Running in through the Elite. When I pause the movie, lights will come on, and so forth and so on. So guys, let me turn this camera around, and we will talk about the room. Now, guys, my room it started out 24 feet long, and it was about 10 and a half foot wide, but it had 9.5 foot ceilings. So I was glad it had the tall ceilings. So after I had to, well, let's talk about it. After I had to build this wall. So let me open this door. So I got double doors, and I put foam, and it don't look the best in the world, but you only see it when you're passing through. So I had to build this wall out here. So this is actually, part of this is the interior wall of or actually the exterior wall of the house, which was brick. So this whole wall was brick. So I actually had to build it out. And to make it look better from in here, instead of having that recess, I did double doors. And I like that. Somebody mentioned that. So once you do double doors, I'm like, that's perfect. Now, I mean, I ordered the door the next day. So after I had to build this wall out, I think I'm about 10 foot 2 inches or something like that. Like 10 foot 2 or 3 inches wide. Because the screen takes up about the whole, I mean, I can get my finger in on both sides, pretty good, So it's about 10 foot 3 inches or so wide. I think because this was 30 inches out. No, I'm sorry. This was 25 inches out. I wanted it because the rack was 24 inches deep, so I could push the rack back up in there more. But you can't open the door. So I built it a little bit deeper than what it is because I didn't want it to be pushed all the way up against the wall, because that's a brick wall back there also. And so it's 25 inches deep. So I lost 2 foot 1 inches off the back wall. And then it's 30 inches off the front because I wanted to make sure I had enough room for the subs and my speakers. And I didn't know if some point I might get some JTRs. I don't know. So, and even at 30 inches, the JTRs ain't gonna fit behind there anyway. Now that I know, but I tried to take up as least amount of space as I could because I wanted to keep the length of the room. So I think the room ended up being about 18 and a half foot. It's over 18 foot long, 10 foot 3 inches wide or so, and then 9.5 foot ceilings. So that is the depth of the room. Like I say, I had to build this out, the brick wall. I had to build a new wall here as a brick wall. This was the front of the house I had to build out. This had a wood siding in here, so I was just able, well, I had a window here and a window here, and then I changed this door out, of course. So, but then I had to fill that in, insulate it, then I sheetrocked the whole entire room. And I did a build video as I was going along, but I may do a compilation video like I did in my other theater with pictures and stuff. I may do something like that. I didn't take as many pictures in here as I did in my first theater, but I did take videos and stuff like that. So, guys, also this carpet. I mean, it looks like there's something on the carpet, but that is actually, if you that's actually the texture in the carpet. I mean, that's just how it is. So it does that. This is carpet that I picked up from Ollie's. I did have the walls gray, then I changed and went to black, and the ceiling was already black. So the gray it looks other than gray, but it is gray. It's very light gray, unfortunately. But I can't change it now, and I'm not going to change it now. So I just deal with it. But I did pick it up, and I installed it myself. It's not perfect, but I kind of know what to do now if I can run across some other carpet. Because guys, as little as this room is, they wanted, the guy that done my other theater, he wanted $1,700 just to do this little room. And I know everything's went up. And I only paid him $1,100 to do my last theater, and it had steps, it had a riser. I mean, it had, I mean, that room was massive. That room was almost, I ain't gonna say twice the size of this, but it was 15.5 foot by 24 foot. I mean, it was huge. So, and then I went to Lowe's and looked for a piece of carpet, and the carpet was $1,000. So I was like, guys, hey, $190 something for this carpet, and it's fine. I'm good with it. So I think that about covers everything for the tour. Now I got LED lights in here. I mean, I can show you that stuff, but it is what it is. I don't use them a whole lot now. You saw the ones behind the screen. Turn the ones in the ceiling and stuff on. So I got that, and it does look pretty cool, you know. But I got the ones on the floor. I got the Govee, and I normally control it from my phone, but I got to go. That's Govee lights, and they do all the crazy running around, and I got to run around everything on the floor, so it looks pretty cool. But when you use it, guys, really, I use the LED lights like if I'm watching Tron or something, and I want to take a picture and post it. I think it looks really cool like that. So, guys, let me turn this around. That is my tour video, and I don't know that I left anything out. I probably maybe left a few things out, but that's my tour video. Like I say, I got a star ceiling. It's up there. I got 2 strands hanging down. I procrastinated and I didn't get it installed, and it's just too hot right now. So that'll be later. Not doing any upgrades no time soon. Just going to chill and enjoy what I got. So I hope you enjoyed the tour video, and we will definitely keep you updated if we do change anything. I don't know that there'll be any updates coming. I've been doing a lot of movie reviews and stuff, but guys, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe, share, and channel's growing a little bit, and I thank y'all guys for that. So we'll see you again next time.